Okay, hello, head of the Charles Volunteers. First of all, this is Eric Malkowski on the Technology Committee. I'm one of the co-chairs. You've probably heard from me via email. I just am doing this quick video to show you guys how these power boxes we have, they're new for this year. These are going to be mounted on poles throughout the course. A lot of them in Herder Park and Weld, and they manage the batteries for us and run the nodes, so we can tell how much battery's left if somebody's unplugged them and whatnot. We have some custom hardware in there. This is the box sitting on a table, and I'll include a link to a picture of how they look on a pole with a node. We did a fit check last weekend, and we'll be installing 8 of these on Saturday. And I just want to go over what the lights mean on these things. And in fact, this one here, you can see the lights for the board through the bottom, and you'll look at it up from the ground. This is node 4, which is going to be at the EVE tent. You can see there's a red light, a blue light, or amber colored light, and a green light. Apologies, the amber one's kind of hard to see, but what they actually mean is the red means battery low, the blue means blinking means healthy, which it's interesting to note that this one's currently unhealthy, and I deliberately had it in this state to show you in case we need to recover from that state. Once in a great while it can happen. Amber means the network's okay, and the green means that you're on AC power, and it's okay, and the green one will blink when it means your AC has failed, and I'll demonstrate that hopefully in a moment. So right now this one was kicked out from cold start. We also have this button here that we can reach from the ground that actually, when you push that in, will kill all the power. You reach up with a pole and push it. It's an emergency in case the remote control that we have for these fails to do its job. So we have these little remotes. I'll give you guys a sheet explaining all the lights, so don't worry if you don't remember and I'm talking too fast in the video. So this remote here, when they're all 4 solid on like this, or the blue one's not blinking, that means that there's a problem, and we might send you out to one of these nodes to recover it from the ground with one of these remotes. And what you should be able to do when it's like this is hold the remote button in like a laptop. I'm going to hit TV to make sure it's all set up for TV on this remote, and hit the power button. I'm going to hold it down for about 6 seconds, and it should just reset is what it should do. There it goes. And now it's actually going to be coming up, and hopefully, as long as it recovered this time, the board will boot and you'll see the blue light start blinking. And unless I have a real issue with this box, I hope not. We'll see what happens. There it goes. So now it's blinking the blue light, and this is mostly the state that you would see it in healthy. Blue light blinking means that's just heartbeat. If that light's blinking, then at least the software is running and nothing's really bad is going on, so that's good. Green light blinking means that the AC is failed, which I don't have any AC power, or the generator's off is what that means. And then we also have, I'm hoping it will come up pretty soon here, the network is the amber light, which means that the box got an address from its node attached to it. Let's see if that comes on. Maybe it won't, which could be a potential issue. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't come on. We'll give it a few more seconds. So while we're waiting for that, what I can do is I can open it up so you can see the inside. This is the things on the side. I don't expect you have to climb up a ladder and go inside these for any reason. Whoop, it's a little bit loud. So there's the board there, the lights blinking. And I'm surprised it didn't get an address. Maybe this network cable I have plugged in on the other end is not going to anything. But these are going to have power cords that go down to the ground, and they'll be plugged in for AC. And what I'm going to do is just plug in AC power now to show you. Whoop, apologies for camera craziness. And what should happen is once the AC power comes in, the green light stays solid to say that we have AC power. Now what we don't have is the amber light, so maybe the network cable I plugged in is not plugged in on the other end or something. But that could be an issue. So what you can do to normally, I'll show you how to power these off with the remote, which again is just a pulsing the power button. So if we do this, see how the blue light went out and the green light's going to eventually go out. Now it's soft powered off. That's the state we want these to be in for overnight. They only draw 10 milliamps, and we can set them to wake up by a real-time clock in the morning. And Only if one of them doesn't come up or something, we have to go out and try to coax it to come on with the remote. So I'll go ahead and power this guy on again and see if his, there we go, so you can see what happens when I turn it on. See if it boots up when we get the amber light on the network. And if we don't, then I should have checked out that the network in here was correct before making the video. So alright, so there's the blue light blinking, and we have AC power, which is good. That's probably the most common thing we might find is somebody unplugs or a generator dies, so we'll send you out to go make sure that the node is plugged back in. But we can run for several hours on battery, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And it does charge the battery when it's plugged into AC power. So still not getting a network light, so it's probably something else. We won't worry about it for the video, but the normal state would be that you want to see these in is the green light on solid, the amber light on solid, and the blue light blinking. The red light, by the way, means battery low if that light turns on. So it's good to know, but not a big deal. Oh, we got the network light this time. Now it's actually on. So it's good that we restarted that, because sometimes, once in a great while, these things, the network may not come up. So if we can't see one, if we see the node, but we can't see the board inside the box for getting status from it, we know that the network link didn't come up between the board and the node. So, and in the morning we'll get all these things ironed out, and once they're all up and running, like things are good. They can run for several hours like this, and then once they're on the network, they work well. So these are some kinks that we weren't able to work out completely with the BeagleBone is the board that we're using, hardware to. It's a Linux-based board that runs all the software for this particular power box. So, all right, so that's what we got, and look forward to working with everybody. And thanks a bunch, and I'll get this up to YouTube so you guys can check it out. And that's good. Thank you.